Hello, my INFPs. So today is the fourth video in a 5 video series all about how to believe new things. So the first video, if you missed it, is all about the power of thoughts. So we talked about just being aware of our thoughts, how to create new thoughts, where beliefs actually come from. The second video was all about practicing belief. So we talked about visualization, practice being the person that you want to be with this new belief and identifying being this person. The third video was all about contradictory beliefs, so what to do when you have an old belief and a new belief at once, and all the drama that happens holding both of these beliefs at once and what to do about it. And then the fourth video, this video, is all about how to create results from this new belief system. So the first thing I want to talk about is scanning for evidence. So whatever we believe currently, our brain is automatically going to go out into the world and find proof in the world that what we believe is true. And if we don't monitor our brain and what we believe, it's probably going to not serve us very well because our brain is probably going to find things to protect us and they're not necessary to protect us anymore in today's day and age. So if we subconsciously think that life is hard, we're going to go out into the world and our brain is going to find and see beggars. We're going to see people struggling. We're going to watch the Animal Channel and watch all these animals kill each other. We're going to all of a sudden hear kids screaming. We're going to stub our toe and we're going to get in a fight with our spouse. And all of that will confirm our belief that life is hard. And this is true, but the opposite is just as true. So it matters what you decide you want in life. And do you want to continue thinking life is hard, or do you think life is beautiful? Which one serves you better? But know whatever you believe, your brain is going to find. Another way this might play out, another example would be like if you have a boyfriend and he has got a text from an unknown number and the unknown number says, "Where are you at?" or something like that. Your brain, if you believe that he's cheating on you, you're going to all of a sudden start finding ways that that is true. So you're going to if he comes home 5 minutes late, if he is a little bit distant with you, if he puts cologne on or whatever it is, that is all going to confirm that he is cheating on you. So you really want to be careful of what you're believing because our brain is always going to do the work to prove that we're right. Another way to build proof besides scanning for evidence is to take action. So we want to take massive action to prove that these beliefs can be true for us or are true for us. So say you're an overeater and you don't overeat for 3 weeks. You have 3 weeks built up for proof for you to show that you haven't overate. And maybe that's true, like maybe that can be true for you in the future, that you might not ever have an urge to overeat again. Granted, you aren't there yet, you still have urges, but you do have proof underneath your belt that shows you that you haven't overate in 3 weeks, and that could be true for you in the future because we never know when the results are actually going to show up, but we want to start building proof for ourselves to create that security during this process. And during this process, it's amazing because this is where your dreams become your reality. Like we picked a thought that we wanted to think, and then we formed that into a belief, and now it's becoming results in life. It's becoming your dreams in reality. It's kind of an amazing process, but it's also a vulnerable process, and you really put yourself out there during this phase. And you start to really amaze yourself with all of the things that you can accomplish by taking all of this massive action and building all this proof for yourself. One of the things that my clients do, though, during massive action is they practice their beliefs in the very beginning of the massive action and they don't continue to practice the beliefs throughout the massive action. They just think it's like a passive thing. Like occasionally they'll think a positive thought, but they don't actually actively practice. And therefore, they don't generate that momentum to take all that inspired action. And they tell their brain to relax on scanning for evidence to prove that it's true. So your brain will automatically go back to the old evidence, the old beliefs that you have if you're not actively practicing on the new belief. So when you take action, you want to keep practicing your beliefs and you want to keep having your brain scan for evidence while you're doing that. The third thing that happens whenever you get results is sometimes our brain lags behind. Sometimes we can't reconcile that we have these results in our life. Even if it's the results that we want, we kind of might write it off like it was a fluke and I didn't actually really do that. So we really want to practice acceptance of having what we have and that we deserve it. So For me, I relate this to skiing. So I don't think I'm a good skier. And even when I'm doing really good on the slopes, I freak myself out and I make myself fall intentionally because I feel more comfortable on the ground because I don't think I'm a good skier, even though I was doing well. Another example is if you win the lottery and you're used to being a broke person or something, and all of a sudden you have all this money, you're gonna waste it all away. You're gonna spend it so you can get back to your what's comfortable for you because you haven't practiced accepting being a millionaire. So we really want to practice accepting the new results so then we can form that new identity. And we also need to really be willing to be wrong. So, a lot of us have had beliefs that don't serve us for most of our lives. And it's kind of hard for our brains to reconcile that all of these different things that have happened in our life, it was from a belief that wasn't true. And so it might go back and cling to prove that it was actually true, so we didn't waste all those years or whatever it is. But instead, we want to just reconcile and say, like that was something that happened in the past, but right now, I want to believe this new thought and I'm going to believe it from now on out. But you want to kind of like heal the past in a way and accept being wrong and continue to accept being wrong in their future so you can always adjust and correct of however you want to live your life. So, I would love to hear from you guys. Please let me know in the comments what you're going to be working on and taking massive action on, scanning for evidence for any new beliefs. And if you wanted help in the process, if you're taking all this massive action, sometimes when we take massive action, our brains kind of go crazy and it finds excuses of why we shouldn't be doing that work and why we shouldn't be taking action on this. And without a coach, it's a little bit harder to see those little tricks that your mind does. So if you're interested in that and you want to see how I work, I do free mini sessions. Other than that, I would still love to hear from you guys and talk to you soon.